Welcome back to Ashua Podcast. Today we are gonna speak about something that I'm very passionate about, so I'm so happy that you are here because we are gonna speak about parallel time. As humans, we perceive time to be linear. We perceive there to be a past, a present, and then we have the future. And if you don't know my story, I experienced severe fatigue. And one day I got healed by beings looking like this. And just a few days later, I had a being looking like this in my bedroom. And this being, he introduced himself as Jaspar. And he told me that he and his team and other teams in our multiverse would teach me about time, space, dimensions, densities, star origins, our subconscious, fatigue, anxiety, a lot of things. And that's what they did. And time, that was one of the first things they explained to me. And today, I want to show you the very same visuals they showed me. So the way they explained time to me was that they showed me an orb. Now this is a circle. They were showing me an orb. It's a little bit cooler when you have extraterrestrials or extra dimensionals showing you things compared to this whiteboard. And if you are listening to this episode, I'm using my whiteboard again. So if you want to see what I'm speaking about, I welcome you come over to YouTube so that you can better understand the phenomena of parallel time. They started with a circle and they said that they wanted me, and now you, to imagine that this circle is the universe, all that is. God, source, the creator, whatever you would like to call it, but existence, all that is. And then they divided this circle into smaller circles. Now, I don't know if I need to tell you that this is actually more complicated than I portray here, but now we simplify it for the sake of us understanding parallel time. And when it comes to us understanding parallel time, I think the easiest way to think of these smaller orbs and circles is to think of them as souls. So here we have one person, here we have someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else. Yeah. You get it. So we are now gonna pretend that all of these mini circles, they are souls. And now we only have a few circles here. I want you to imagine that here we have every single soul ever. And not only soul, but oversoul. And we are gonna pretend that this is you. So what they did, they said, here's all that is. Here is God, here is the universe, and here you have souls. Souls are a fraction, a part of God and all that is. And then they did choose a soul. Now we're gonna choose you. And what they did was that we dived into this soul. So now we're gonna dive in to you. In here. We dive in there and then we see this huge orange orb being your oversoul. And your oversoul, you live many lifetimes. So here we have multiple lifetimes of yours. And this one right here, this is the life you live here on Earth. Here you live in ancient Egypt, here you live in Atlantis, here you live in Sirius, Pleiades, Orion, but here you live on Earth. So now we're gonna dive into this one more time. And now we get to your life on Earth. Let me write a little on the whiteboard. So, okay, here we have all that is. Here is many oversouls. Here is your oversoul, and we chose your oversoul and we did dive into it. And we now look at your oversoul. And your oversoul lives many lifetimes. One lifetime, the next, the next, the next, the next. Or rather, they're actually all happening simultaneously. And here we find your lifetime here on Earth. So we did dive into that. And now we're actually gonna do the same thing. We are once again gonna draw many mini orbs or circles. And I want you to imagine that you are or were this oversoul. And when you decided to have a life here on Earth, just as you right now can close your eyes and daydream that you are tanning on the beach in Bali, you can close your eyes, you go within to have an experience. That is what you as a soul or oversoul is doing here. Your oversoul is like, ooh, how cool would it be to be on Earth at that given time? So you go within and your consciousness is directed into a body. Your body right here. So that is what you do. You close your eyes and you start to direct your consciousness down into your precious body here on Earth. And now I want you to imagine that these orbs, these are all microseconds of your life. Now obviously here we have fewer circles than that. But I want you to imagine that, well, we could say this is your first second of life, the second second, third second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. From the three-dimensional perspective here on Earth, you are inside this bubble. You are here on Earth and your consciousness is jumping. Think that all these seconds of your life, you can think of a movie. A movie in the beginning, they did draw pictures of one pose, then the next pose, then the next pose, and then the next pose. And thanks to them shifting images, they created the movie. We could say that it's the same thing for your soul. Here we have different moments in time and your consciousness is jumping frame to frame to frame. And here on Earth we do have the programming. We are supposed to experience time linearly. But if we look at time from a higher dimensional perspective and zoom out, here we see every second of your life. And zooming out even more, here we can find every lifetime you live and every single second of every lifetime. And not only every single second of one timeline, but you find all of your timelines in here. But this, I would actually say, is my favorite explanation of parallel time. It all exists right now, but we are programmed to experience time linearly. But because time is more than the linear perception, we can sometimes see into the future. We have an inner knowing of what we are meant for, because somewhere in here you're already living your dream life. You're already having it all. You've met your future husband or wife. You have it all. Everything that you're supposed to have. You can feel that there's a version of you having that, otherwise you wouldn't have that desire. And beings from higher dimensions, they can literally sit and watch every given point in time and see, oh, here our message are able to come across. But we perceive time linearly because our consciousness is projected in that way, but everything exists all at once. Thank you for watching or listening to today's episode. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, I would be really happy if you left a comment or a like. And of course, I do hope that you share this with your spiritual friend, and here are some other videos that I think that both you and your friend will like.